GLM 5.3 is one of the best coding models out right now, and you can actually use it completely free. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to get access to GLM 5.3 and start coding with it for free. So, let's start with the specs. GLM 5.3 uses the same base model as GLM 5.2, meaning the major improvements here come from post-training. Compared to GLM 5.2, it's significantly better at complex coding and long-horizon tasks. Z.ai is positioning GLM 5.3 as its most capable open-weights model for coding, with a 50% improvement over GLM 5.2 on its in-house Z.ai code bench. It's also state-of-the-art on CyberGym for vulnerability discovery, which is a pretty important area for a model focused heavily on coding and agentic workflows. And the model weights are planned to be released 2 weeks after launch, once safety evaluation and hardening are completed. Now, looking at the benchmarks, GLM 5.3 is getting surprisingly close to, and in some cases beating, models like Fable 5 and GPT-Sol. On Terminal Bench 2.1, GLM 5.3 scores 88.2, while Fable scores 88.0 and GPT-Sol is slightly ahead at 88.8. So between GLM 5.3 and GPT-Sol, the difference is just 0.6 points. On Terminal Bench 3.0, GLM 5.3 scores 28.3. Fable and GPT-Sol are ahead here, but GLM 5.3 still beats models like Qwen 3.8 Max and Kimi K3, which are two of the biggest open source models right now. Qwen hasn't released the Max model as open weights yet, although they're expected to release it soon. Moving to Deep SFUE 1.1, GLM 5.3 scores 66.9, Fable scores 69.7, while GPT-Sol reaches 72.7. So GLM 5.3 is still behind those two, but it comes surprisingly close, and it beats models like Opus 4.8 and Qwen 3.8 Max on this benchmark. Now, GLM 5.3 was specifically built around stronger coding and cybersecurity capabilities, so Z.ai also released several cybersecurity benchmarks. On CyberGym, GLM 5.3 scores 84.5, while the other models are all below 83. That means it beats Fable 5, GPT-Sol, Qwen 3.8 Max, and Kimi K3 on this benchmark. On Exploit Bench though, GLM 5.3 is still behind Fable and GPT-Sol. But on Automation Bench, GLM 5.3 actually outperforms all the models here with a score of 48.2. The highest score after that is Fable 5 at 46.2. And on Agent's Last Exam, GLM 5.3 scores 28.5, beating Fable, Kimi K3, and Qwen 3.8 Max. The only model ahead of it is GPT-Sol at 28.6. That's just a 0.1 point difference. Then we have GDP-Val AAV2, which looks at the model's broader knowledge and capabilities, and GLM 5.3 performs strongly here as well. So, looking across these benchmarks, GLM 5.3 is shaping up to be one of the strongest open-weights coding models available. And what makes that even more interesting is the model size. Kimi K3 has around 2.8 trillion parameters, while Qwen 3.8 Max has around 2.4 trillion parameters. GLM 5.3, meanwhile, comes with only a slightly larger parameter count than GLM 5.2, and despite that, it beats GLM 5.2 on every single benchmark. The whole focus of GLM 5.3 is stronger coding, agentic capabilities, and long-running workflows. Now, looking at its agentic performance across different effort levels, Z.ai also shows results using Zcode bench and Claude code. At lower effort, GLM 5.3 actually beats Fable 5. But when Fable moves into higher and maximum effort levels, it pulls ahead. So GLM 5.3 doesn't beat Fable at every effort level. However, it still beats models below it, including GLM 5.2 and Opus 4.8. There are also several cybersecurity evaluation benchmarks. Here, GLM 5.3 is compared against Kimi K3, GPT-Sol, and Anthropic's Mythos 5. On CyberGym, GLM 5.3 scores 84.5, beating GPT-Sol, Kimi K3, and even Mythos 5, with those models scoring below 84. But on Exploit Bench, GLM 5.3 scores 54.4, while GPT-Sol scores 76.5, and Mythos 5 scores 78. So GLM 5.3 is clearly behind those models on Exploit Generation. And on CyberGym, GLM 5.3 gets 105 out of 130, while Mythos 5 reaches 181 out of 247. So again, GLM 5.3 doesn't beat Mythos 5 here, but it still comes ahead of Kimi K3. And this isn't just about benchmarks. Z.ai says GLM 5.3 has been working with several security teams in China, where the model was tested against real-world code bases. After expert review, screening, and deduplication, the model identified 2,436 vulnerabilities across 269 projects, including 1,097 medium to high severity issues. These vulnerabilities were found across system kernels, operating systems, browser engines, open source infrastructure, web applications, and network protocols. And some of these vulnerabilities had apparently remained unnoticed for years, or even decades. The oldest one reportedly dates back roughly 40 years. So this is clearly a model designed for much more than just generating a few lines of code. It's focused on coding, cybersecurity, automation, and agentic workflows. And now, the interesting part is that you can actually use GLM 5.3 for free. GLM 5.3 isn't currently available directly inside Z.ai chat. Instead, it's available through the GLM coding plan and Zcode, and that's what we're going to use. So, to get started, open the link in the description, or just open Chrome and search for Zcode. You'll land on the official Zcode page. Zcode is Z.ai's official coding harness, and it gives you 3 million free tokens every day for GLM 5.3. To download it, just click on View All Downloads. You'll see different options for macOS, Windows, and Linux, along with multiple versions. Choose the version that matches your system. I'm using Windows, so I'm going to download the Windows version. Once the download is complete, just install and set it up. The installation is really simple. Once the setup is complete and you're ready to go, let me give you a quick tour of the overall platform. On the left side panel, you'll find automations where you can schedule tasks. Below that, you have skills where you can create new skills or use the different skills already available on the platform. Then you have memory for your workspace. Under that, there's plugins where you can add different plugins. You also have sub-agents where you can create specialized sub-agents for different tasks. And you can add MCP servers, custom commands, and hooks as well. Finally, under usage stats, you can see your overall usage. At the top, you'll find browser control and model settings. With browser control, you can enable browser usage, and inside model settings, you can check your current plan and see your token usage for each model. Now let's actually use GLM 5.3. Click on New Chat. Inside the chat, you can choose different access modes, including Plan Mode, Edit Automatically, and Full Access, depending on how much control you want to give the agent. Now, under Choose Model, you can see GLM 5.3. Select it. You'll also see the Effort Mode option here. You can choose the effort level based on the task you're working on. I'm going to leave mine on low for now. And let's start with something simple. I'll just type hello and send it. The first response takes a few seconds, and you can also see the selected effort level while it's working. And there we go, the response is here. That's it. You can now use GLM 5.3 for free with Zcode for your daily coding projects. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more AI and coding videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.